Hola, namaste, vanakkam, hello, and a pleasant day to one and all present here. On behalf of the PG and Research Department of Commerce, Shift 1 of Patrician College of Arts and Science, I welcome you all to the 7-day International Professional Development Program. It's day 2 of the PDP on Statistical Package for Social Sciences SPSS. And today's topic is on analysis of variance, in short called as ANOVA. Let's submit ourselves to God, the Supreme Power, bless us with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding as we try to learn new concepts every day. It is only through the intervention of prayer we could put into practice what we learn. I now invite our student coordinator from First MCOM, Ms. Masina, to lead us in prayer.
Prayer. Gracious God, our Heavenly Father, thank you for this beautiful day. I submit this entire Day 2 program unto thy feet. Take complete control and fill us and enlighten us with your spirit. Amen.
Thank you, Ms. Masina. Learning a new concept every day or learning the depth of a known concept with better understanding is always a credit to one's score. And today we have with us the multi-talented and all-rounder and an energetic personality to felicitate this day with her words of wisdom. I take the pleasure in welcoming our Vice Principal of Shift 1, Dr. B. Meena Ma'am, to felicitate the gathering.
Thank you, Tiana. Very good evening to all. At this juncture, I'm very glad to felicitate on behalf of management of Petition College of Arts and Science for this great initiative of PG Department of Commerce in organizing International Professional Development Program on a topic on applications of SPSS. I appreciate and congratulate the dynamic leader, HOD, Dr. D. Unica, and the coordinators team, Dr. R.M. Durayarasan, Dr. Purushothaman, and Professor Kamala Devi, and the student coordinators for all your coordination in making this webinar a successful one for the second day. I thank our resource person for accepting our invite on the application of ANOVA to enlighten the participants for second day session. Last but not least, I thank all the participants for joining this wonderful program. Once again, I congratulate the department. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. As we all know that ANOVA is a statistical technique used to check if the means of two or more groups are significantly different from each other. It's like we try as many outfits at a garment showroom just to see which one will suit us the best. Well, I'm not an expert at this, but we do have a wonderful person and an expert in our midst who can help us in understanding this concept and make use of it in a simpler way. Let us not wait long. I now invite Dr. Purushothaman Sir, Assistant Professor of Commerce, to introduce our resource person for the day.
Thank you so much, Diana. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our resource person today, Dr. Iranimus Antonisamy. He is presently working as an assistant professor in the Department of Financial Administration, School of Management, Central University of Punjab, Padinda. He has worked as guest faculty in Central University of Tamil Nadu, and he also worked as an assistant professor in Kalasalingam Academy of Research and Education. He completed his PhD from Madras University in 2016. He holds his MCOM from Presidency College, Chennai, and MPhil from Pondicherry University. In addition to this, I also possess MBA in Finance from Pondicherry University and MSW from Periyar University. His core area of academic interest includes accounting and finance, HRM, and entrepreneurship. His thrust area of research is financial literacy, financial and social security conditions, employee performance measurement, and economic development through entrepreneur. He cleared NET with JRF Award in Commerce December 2011, NET in Commerce June 2011, NET in Management June 2012, and SET in Commerce October 2012. He received Best Young Faculty Award from GRAPS Educational Charitable Trust, Chennai, and Best Paper Award received in a conference held at Periyar University. He organized in the national conference held at the Department of Commerce, Ananda College, Devakote in 2019. He is also a member of various international associations such as American Economic Associations, Teaching and Education Research Associations, International Economic Development Research Center, and DAM International Vienna. He published his 13 research articles in various national and international reputed journal and conference proceeding, and he also presented his 7 research papers in various conferences. He attended 7 faculty development programs and 8 workshops for enriching his knowledge in his professions. Welcome you, sir, and welcome you, my dear friend. Thank you, Tiana.
Thank you, sir. Dear participants, you can post your queries in the chat box. I once again heartily welcome our resource person, Dr. Hieronymus Anthony Swami. We are eagerly awaiting with open minds, sir, to grasp the knowledge which you are about to impart to us. The session is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, Mr. Dr. Prasothaman, and all coordinators and conveners for conducting these wonderful professional development programs. I am really happy to share going to share my knowledge regarding this ANOVA in this session. Let's say I think it's not necessary to waste our time. So we'll go to our today's sessions. So, Dr. Prasothaman.
Yes, sir. He will share. Okay. Sorry.
So from last week onwards, I am in during the summer vacation. So here is a network problem is there. So I could not start my video. If I start with video, the entire network is hanging. So I only send the audio only I will present. So if you want any queries, you may be chat or you may be mail to my I already here I have mentioned my mail ID also. You can mail your queries. Sir, I'm audible?
Yes, sir. It's audible, sir. You can carry on, sir. Please.
Okay, welcome. So today we all are going to discuss about the ANOVA. So I think this is a very common topics. Yeah, all researchers, all the PG students, even now today the PG students also doing the project work. In that they all are going to interest to apply this ANOVA test. All peoples. The ANOVA test instead of they're going to t-test. T-test, you all are known the t-test and ANOVA is common. But where we should know where we will apply this test at the time of we analyzing the collected data. So as a researcher or a scholar, you all are must know very well for which data we can use we will use this ANOVA. And if what are the assumptions should be fulfilled for applying this ANOVA test. So the ANOVA family of analysis are used for testing whether or not a significant difference exists between more than two groups. See this here, the more than two groups. If there is two groups, we will use t-test. This ANOVA will be used only for more than two groups. There are many forms of ANOVA which be used in variety of situations. The simplest is one-way ANOVA. We all know the one-way ANOVA. See, most of the social science researchers, they will use these one-way ANOVAs, which is used for testing the multiple groups are of independent variables effect on one continuous dependent variables. The one-way name is implies one independent variable. One independent variables that maybe have more than two groups. So the one-way analysis of variance is used to determine whether there are any statistically significant difference between the means of two or more independent unrelated groups. For example, you could use a one-way ANOVA to understand whether the exam performance differed based on the test anxiety levels among the students. For this, the students may be divided into three independent groups. For example, low, medium, and high stressed student. Based on the anxiety, we can divide these students: low, medium, high. So, and also it is important to realize that one-way ANOVA is an omnibus test statistics and cannot tell you which specific groups were statistically significantly different from each other. It is only tells you that that at least two groups were different. So since you may have 3, 4, 5 or more groups in your studies design, determining which of these groups differ from each other is important. For this, you can do the post hoc test. Which of the groups were having same behavior or same opinion or same attitude, and which group differs from other groups. For this, we will use this ANOVA test. In this session, we all are going to go through how to carry out one-way ANOVA using this SPSS, as well as interpretation also. I will show the interpretation also in this session, how to interpret the output and how to report the result from this test, and how to run the post hoc test and which test we should choose based on the homogeneities of our data that we all are going to discuss in this session. So before we introduce you to this procedure, you need to understand. Dr. Prasothaman, go to third slide. Third slide. Earlier. Yeah, this. So before we introduce, we go to this procedure, you must understand the different assumptions that your data meet in order to for a one-way ANOVA to give you a valid result. When you choose to analyze your data using a one-way ANOVA, part of the process involves checking to make sure that the data you want to analyze can actually be analyzed using one-way ANOVA or not. So normally at the time of you are going to use the one-way ANOVA, you must or your data must pass the 6 assumptions for running the one-way ANOVA. Then only it will give valid result. Generally, the checking of these assumptions just add a little bit more time to give to your analysis. So this, before we introduce these 6 assumptions, don't be surprised if when they analyze your own data using SPSS in statistics, one or more this assumption is violated. This is not uncommon when working with real world data rather than textbook examples. So there is 6 assumptions. These 6 assumptions should be met. Then only your data will be valid in one-way ANOVA. These are the 6 assumptions. The first assumption is your dependent variable should be measured at the interval or ratio scale. Your dependent variable, the testing variable, that should be measured at the interval or ratio. It means continuous. For example, continuous data. For example, time, intelligence scores, IQ scores, exam performance measured from 1 to 100. The weight may be measured in kilogram, etc. So the dependent variable should be interval and ratio level. It should not be categorical. The assumption second, your independent variable should consist of 2 or more categorical independent group. Normally the 2, if your independent variable having two groups, we could not run the postcard test, but because the postcard test will be which groups differ from other two or more groups. So generally, your independent variables must have more than two groups. Typically, one-way ANOVA is used when you have three or more categorical independent groups. For if your data, if your group is 2, you may be use t-test. They all mostly for two groups, they will use t-test only. The third assumption is you should have independence of observations, which means that there is no relationship between the observations in each group or between the groups themselves. For example, there must be different participation in each group with no participant being in more than one group. This is your data should have independent of observations. So this is more of a study design issues than the something you can test for. But it is an important assumptions of one-way ANOVA. If your study fails these assumptions, you will need to use another statistical test instead of one-way ANOVA. For example, repeated measures design. If you are unsure whether your study meets this assumption, you can use our statistical test selector. The fourth assumption is there should be no significant outliers. The outliers are simply single data points within your data that do not follow the unusual pattern. For example, in a study of 100 students' IQ score, whether the mean score was 108 with only a small variation between the students. One student had the score of 156, which is very unusual and may even put her in the top 1% of IQ square. The problem with outliers is that they can have a negative effect on the one-way ANOVA and reducing the validity of your result also. Fortunately, when using SPSS statistics to run one-way ANOVA on your data, you can easily detect possible outliers. So the next assumption is your dependent variable should be approximately normally distributed for each category of independent variable. We talk about the one-way ANOVA, only requiring approximately normal data, because it is quite robust to violation the normalities. You can test for normality using Sharpe-Wilks test of normality, which is easily tested for using SPSS statistics. In addition to showing you how to do this, our enhanced one-way ANOVA, it also give this session also will give and explain what you can do if your data fails these assumptions. The next last assumptions. This is one of the most important assumptions. Without checking, you could not go to postcard test. The last assumption. That assumption is there need to be homogeneity of variance. You can test this assumption in SPSS statistics by using 11th test for homogeneity of variance. If your data fails this assumption, you will need to not only carry out the Wilks ANOVA instead of one-way ANOVA. If your data is not fulfilling, you may go to Wilks ANOVA instead of this one-way ANOVA, which you can use doing the SPSS also. But also use the different post-hoc test also is there. That we will discuss one by one. So the next, but after the checking, you may be good to the one-way ANOVA. But the most important assumption is 4, 6, 4, 4th, 5th, 6th, last 3 is most important for doing the one-way ANOVA. So next we will go to the how to analyze the one-way ANOVA in SPSS, the test procedure in SPSS. First, go to the analyze. I think you all are know the how to the data insert and how to name the variables, etc. The basic about the SPSS. So today's session focus on only ANOVA. So we can directly go to the, or we can directly start from the analysis part. So go to the analyze. Then go to the compare mean, because we all are going to test the testing the meaning, the compare mean. Based on the mean value, we all are going to compare the different groups, more than 2 groups. So the compare mean, then go to the means. The mean compare mean just simple and one sample test. You all are know the one sample t test and the independent sample t test. The paired dependent sample t test. It means paired sample t test. After that, the one-way ANOVA. If your data, if your independent variables having more than 2 groups, if you want the compare mean of these all groups, you must go to one-way ANOVA. So this is the pathway for going to analyze the one-way ANOVA. Next slide. So next, highlight or select. Here I showed the samples. Here they are, I selected the awareness level. The awareness level variables, they may be awareness, may be different awareness level people maybe is there, low, medium or high. Here they may be 3 groups. So you must be transform these awareness level, different awareness level variables, and use the top arrow button to move into the dependent list. Next, highlight the living areas based on the living areas. I am going to check living areas, 3 category different peoples is there: urban, semi-urban, rural peoples. So here 3 group people is there. So here the factor that is called factors, the categorical variables, independent variables. Then you must click the postcard button. Next slide. Go to the next slide. See this. If you click postcard test, postcard means which groups were having same mean values and which groups having different means. For that, we should apply this postcard test. Which groups are, for example, here we are using 3 groups: rural, urban, rural, semi-urban, urban area peoples. Whether the rural and semi-urban peoples having equal mean, nearly equal mean values, or whether the semi-urban or the urban peoples having the same awareness level, or whether which group is differs from this other 2 groups. For that we will use the postcard test. So here it shows the 2 types. One is equal variance assumed. Another one is equal variance not assumed. If your data, if your group variable equal variance assumed, you can use any one test, any one of the test. Mostly they will use Turkeys or Duncan postcard test. The most of the social science researcher, they may use this test, popular test, Turkeys or Duncan postcard test. Here I have showed the checkbox, the Turkeys checkbox were clicked. You can choose any test. The result may be slightly different. There is no big difference between the test. If your data, or if the group variance, the equal variance not assumed, then you may be test the following 4 tests. Mostly games hall test will be used by the most of the research, social science researcher. So I will explain how to identify whether data is equal variance assumed or not assumed. Then you must click options button. Go to the next slide. Click option button. So at the time of, if you click option button, these details will be shown. Here the statistics. Here the statistics, the descriptive statistics. It means descriptive statistics. You all know very well about this descriptive statistics. Descriptive is what is your data, what it shows. You cannot, it will never give the result. It shows what is your data, what is your mode in your data, what is the mean your data, what is your minimum value, what is the maximum value, what is the standard deviation between one value to another value. What is the mean difference between one data to another data? That is descriptive data. Descriptive is nothing but it shows what is your data. It is actually not the test. It explains your data. So you can click the descriptive. Next, you may be, earlier slide. Yes, homogeneity of variance test. Homogeneity, this based on this test, you must explain about your post-calc value. It means the equivariance assumed or not assumed. Based on this result, you may identify which variance we are going to take in post-calc test result. Another checkbox, you maybe click the mean plot. Just most of the researchers, they will never use this mean plot. The mean plot is picture. The plot may be shown how it differs from this. Based on this, the mean plot also, only if you see only this mean plot, then also you can interpret which groups were differs from others. So you maybe click this also. The missing values automatically will be clicked in exclude case by case, analysis by analysis. This is automatically will be clicked. Then you maybe put continue. Then click OK. Next slide. If you click OK, then the output will be shown. Here the result. The result will be shown like this. So here I already told, here three group of peoples: rural, semi-urban, urban people. Their awareness level, based on how we are going to check their awareness level. Here the descriptive statistics, what are the information is there? The mean value. What is the mean of the rural respondent? What is the mean value of average awareness level of the rural people, and the average awareness level of the semi-urban people, then average awareness level of the urban people. So next, the standard deviations. What is the deviation from? Among this explains only in the group rural peoples, only rural people's standard deviation. Among the rural people's awareness level, what is the standard deviation? Among the semi-urban respondent awareness level, what is the standard deviation? And urban respondent awareness levels, standard deviations. This next is standard errors. What is the errors? The lower, this you will know lower bound and upper bound. The minimum level and maximum. That also shown in this box. So first, this is the first output it shows. If you click OK button, then it will automatically shows. So next slide. Next output it shows. See this test of homogeneity of variance. This is most important. Test of homogeneity variance. So see this based on the here the 11 statistics value. The significant level. What is the significant level? It means p-value. P-value means whether we should accept or reject null hypothesis or alternate hypothesis. So here the value is 0.021. What it says? It is normally what it says. What will show? What will say? The 11th test is equal variance. Assumed all are equal. That is null hypothesis. The values the equal all having all respondent have equals variance. Equal variance is there. Another alternate is equal variation is not there. Significant, non-significant. Here we will accept which one? If the value is less than 0.05, accept alternate hypothesis. Not equal variance. It means equal variance, not assume. Not assume. So based on this, we'll choose which test we are going to use. One is, we already told, equal variance assumes. In this, you may be used the Turkish-Puskás test or Duncan-Puskás test. If your equal variance not assumed, you may be used Games-Hall test. So we already selected in both tests. So the result, the output may become both equal variance assumed or not equal variance assumed. From that, you can interpret. So the next slide. So the ANOVA. This is ANOVA result. So the degree of freedom 2 and 52. Between the groups 2. It means what is between the group? There is 2. There is 3 groups is there. N minus 1 equal to 2. 3 groups. Between the groups means one group to another group. 3 group is there. So N minus 1 equal to 2. So within the group, so N may total 54. So minus 3. So 51. Within the groups. The mean square also is there, and the F value and the significant values. What it tells, the significant value based on the significant value, whether we should accept null hypothesis or reject. We will, the value is 0.000. So we will reject the null hypothesis. It means accept alternate hypothesis. So this our data is favorable favorable to accepting alternate hypothesis. What is the alternate hypothesis? There is a significant difference in their awareness level among the three groups. There is all people not having same mean value. That we already checked in descriptive statistics. There is no common, there is no equal mean among the three group peoples. So we accept the alternate, or we going to select the alternate hypothesis. So we conclude that there is significant difference on the awareness level of the different group of peoples, or awareness level of rural, urban, semi-urban respondent. Based on this, we can conclude. The next slide. So see this here. The next table in the SPS output will come post-calc result. Post-calc result is how when we will analyze if there is any significant difference among the group of peoples or different groups, which group having same opinion or same attitude, same behavior or same awareness level, and which groups differs from other groups, that we will find out in this post-calc test. See this post-calc test. See this result says the both equal variance assumed and equal variance not assumed. Result is there. The first is Turkish. The Turkish honestly significant difference result. It means if there is a equal variance among that particular within the group, for that we will take this result. If there is unequal variance in each group, for this we will take the equal variance not assumed test. It means Games called test. Which test we should take? Based on which result we should interpret it? In this example, our test is already not equal variance assumed. In this example, our data not having equal variance in the particular group. This is not common. This is not all. The equal, we should not see the equal variance for all entire group. It shows the equal variance, it checks the equal variance in each group. So there is no equal variance in our examples based on the 11th test, homogeneity. So see this, the result. So this, we should go to see the Games called test values. What it says based on the significant, we all know the significant value is the p value. Based on the p value, we will interpret, or we will identify, we will conclude which hypothesis will accept, which one is reject. So we should not see the Turkish honestly significant different test. We should not go, because our homogeneities result is equal variance not assumed. So we should go to the Games called test result value. See this rural pupils, rural with semi-urban. What is the significant value? What is the significant? See this rural, see this in games hall test, see this rural and semi-urban. In the same row, what is this p-value? 0.080. What it says? Whether the rural and urban having same mean value or not. If it is same, the null hypothesis. If it is difference, it is alternate hypothesis. Here our p-value is 0.08. Our accepted level is 0.05. So p-value is 0.05. So we will accept. Which one is null hypothesis? Null, because the value is more than 0.05. What it means? The rural respondent awareness level, the rural respondent, the mean awareness level of rural respondent and semi-urban respondent is more or less same. More or less same. We can interpret it like this. See this next, rural with urban. Rural, the first living area, see the living area, and the second ith column and jth column. The ith column rural, the games world test rural, and go to the jth column urban. So they see this significant value is 0.019. What it says? The value is less than 0.05. What it says? Accept here accept alternate hypothesis. Before this rural semi-urban is accept null hypothesis. They both are same. The mean different mean value is more or less same, but here differs. Rural urban's mean value of our awareness level is differ. It means there is significant difference among the rural and urban respondent mean awareness level. So they are both are different. So it says clearly it shows. Next, see this. Next is you can see semi-urban, rural. That already we discussed it. So the same line, the same value is there. We already discussed it. Is reverse order. Semi-urban, rural. So the value is significantly same, 0. That we already explained, no problem. So see this. Next is semi-urban and urban. Semi-urban and urban. Whether is there is significant difference among the mean value, mean awareness level of semi-urban and urban. Here also the significant level is 0.000. So it also shows there is significant difference among the semi-urban respondents awareness level and urban respondent awareness level. Next, see this urban, rural, that already discussed, and urban, semi-urban, the reverse order. So we not only we can explain these three groups: rural, semi-urban, rural, urban, and semi-urban, urban. So this is explained in this postcard test. So first we will check whether significant difference is there or not. Based on the ANOVA test, we will identify whether there is a significant difference among the people, among the different groups or not. If the significant difference is there, which groups are having same difference, which group having same mean difference, and which group having differs from others. For that we will do postcard test based on the homogeneity test. We will check, we will select the which postcard test we should interpret, or which postcard test we should go, the equal variance, based on the equal variance. Then we can go to the directly for interpreting this postcard test. Next, homogeneous subject. This is grouped. The Turkey is honestly significant different. The semi-urban, see this here. Which groups having both? We already interpreted, we already clear which group having same mean differences. We already, the urbans have different from others. The urban having different from others. The semi-urban and rural having both are their mean difference nearly same. Same value. That we have identified in this homogeneous subject. This is only grouping, which group having same, more or less same, and which group having differs from others. So this we already explained in postcard test already. I explained about this. So they both, the semi-urban and rural comes in one group, first group. Their awareness mean difference of their awareness level is more or less same, equal, nearly equal. They are both responders come same. Otherwise, you can say the both responders have same attitude. If you studied this attitude, or if studied their performance, or if studied their literacy level, or if study their income, or etc. Any continuous variables, they come in same. They having same opinion like this. But urban is differs. It comes second group. They come separately. They are differ from others. That we can see in this homogeneous subject. Next. So see this. This also picture explanation. Plot. Based on the plot, we can see, identify which group having differs from others. See this rural and urbans, the gap is more or less near. But rural and semi-urban. But see this urban is differs from this both. So the mean plot clearly explain what it shows. What is the ANOVA test explains. So the box plot, based on the box plot, you can check another also. This mean plot. So next we will discuss the how to go to box plot. for entire information. How identify with the clear pictures? We can identify. Go to the next slide. So see this, the ANOVA, based on the ANOVA is based on the result, based on the value. We verify which groups having differs, whether this significant difference is there or not. This box plot also summarize the group information, the different groups, mean differences, that also we can use. So for this, first you must go to the first you must go to the click graph, then legacy dialog, then click box plot, then next click the define button. The define button is next, the side, the left side is there, the define button. The default symbol and summarize for groups of case appreciate in this example. Then highlight the awareness level into the variable box, or track this awareness level in variable box and move the living area, the three groups. Second, you may be move into the category access. This is category, we all are known category variables. So they will move this into category access. Then you may be see the box plot, left side is there, the box plot. In box plot, if you can do option, you must, if you click options, then the box plot will be there. In box plot, you may be symbol, you may be use symbol box plot. You may be select and you may be define the symbol box plot, then go to the define sample box plot, that you already track this information. Then click OK. Go to the next step. The box plot should be similar like this. See this, the box plot in this really highlights what the ANOVA does for us. It uses variance to test for mean differences. The ANOVA does this by comparing the between groups and within the groups variance. If the between groups variance is greater than within the groups variance, then we tend to have a significant effect. Look this box plot. It is highlight the rural, the rurals box and Wixer. Then we representation the group, what is the average, the mean differences, what is the mean differences is there. The between groups variance can be seen by comparing the horizontal line. Within groups, we can say see the horizontal, between groups variance can be seen by comparing the horizontal line. Horizontal, the between the lines, horizontal line. of each group. So the 11th test for homogeneity of variance is specifically concerned with whether or not variance of each group is significantly different with one group to another group. So in this also we already discussed in this. If the 11th test is significant is less than 0.05, then the assumption of homogeneity of variance is violated. We cannot have confidence where the attributable or treatment among this group is there or not. Since in our examples, the 11th test was significant, we will interpret the game score, not significant test we can use. That also I will explain the how to interpret it. The output. So next we will discuss the two-way ANOVA. Now we all are discussed one-way ANOVA. One-way ANOVA we discussed. I will show the separate Word document how to interpret and how to analyze. After, if you have time, after the discussing over the two-way ANOVA, I show how to interpret it, the result. Because in output there is so many tables is there. You will get many tables. If you analyze more variables, you will get, it may be consume more pages in your report. That how you will interpret, how you will sort this table for interpretation. That will, if you have time after this class, I will show. So next we will go through the two-way ANOVA. Next slide. So this is two-way ANOVA. This two-way ANOVA is clearly shows what is the questions, what is the research question, for which type of research question we will use the two-way ANOVA. Explaining a continuous variable with two categorical variables. See these two categories, not two group, not two or more group. Here we will use two independent variable, categorical variable, two independent. One-way ANOVA, we will use one independent variable with more dependent variable may be used within one output. But two-way ANOVA, here we will use two independent variables. Three-way ANOVA like this, we'll use three independent categorical variables. So explain the continuous variable. The continuous variable is dependent variables. Like our example in last time, continuous awareness level. And two category. For examples, you may add the one-way ANOVA. Earlier we discussed that, we have already discussed. We can add the education level also. The education level also categorical, another categorical variable you may be add. So the two categorical variable you may be. Now you are going to use two categorical variables: education, living area, with the independent variables, the awareness level. Like this, here also I shown another example in this. So the variable is continuous. Continuous means we already discussed the scale interval ratio. We may be use the dependent variable for dependent variable. Independent variables, two independent variable. categorical variables. It means factors. Based on the factor, which factors is same or not. So comparing mean of single variable at different level of two condition factors. Two condition with two variables. In scientific experiment, they will use. Here I have shown the only examples. The effective life in hours, the effective life of battery is compared by material type. The material type is categorical variable. There is three type material is there. 1, 2, 3. Three type of material is there. And apart from this, they also compare with operating temperature also. The operating temperature also 3 group is there. 3 type is there. 10 degrees Celsius low, it means low, medium and high temperatures. So 12 batteries here, see these samples having taken 12 batteries are randomly selected from each material type. Material is there is 3 type of materials there. So randomly they will select 12 batteries. 12 batteries 4, 4, 4, 4 for material type 1. And material 2, 4, 4, 4. They have randomly selected. The material 3 type of material, they may be selected 4, 4, 4. Now they are using. So here these are the result life of the 36 batteries. It 4 into 4 for each 4, 4, 4, 12, 12 into 3, 36 battery I have selected for analyzing in this their battery life, effective life. So here what is the research question? Is there difference in mean life of batteries for different material type and operating temperature level? That they are going to discuss. They are going to test. In analysis of variance, we compare the variability between the groups to the variability within the groups and how much the natural of variance is there in our measurement. This is why it is called analysis of variance. It means ANOVA. So here in this example has two factors, material type and temperature, each with 3 level. The next slide, the hypothesis. Here the hypothesis, what is the hypothesis? The null hypothesis, there is no significant difference in mean battery life for different combination of material type and temperature level. The alternate hypothesis, there is a significant difference in mean battery life for different combination of material type and temperature, different temperature level. If the alternative hypothesis is accepted, further the analysis is performed to explore where the individual different are there. The next, here the data. I showed data that I already told. Material, 3 type of materials there. Temperature also is there, 3 type of temperature, low, high, medium, and the life of the batteries. In years they may be mentioned are hours. Sorry, here we have mentioned the hour basis. How many hours the battery's life is there. Based on this, the data were collected. So the data need to be arranged in SPS in a particular way to perform two-way ANOVA. Like this, you must arrange the vertical line. You must arrange the dependent variable. It means battery life. The value need to be in one column, and each factors need a column containing a code. That is 1, 2, 3 like this. The code, the category variables. You must be code. You must know. You should not be that. You already in introduction part. You may be clearly about no. Only code word they will accept numerical word. So in this example, material has coded 1, 2, 3 for material type in this first column, and the temperature has coded 1 for low, 2 for medium, 3 for high operating temperature. That also second column is shown, and the battery life also is entered in the third column based on the hours. So note carefully how the data are entered. That you must be clearly understand. By this way you must enter. So then you maybe go to next slide. Go to analyze. So here the two various general linear model is there. You must in general linear model you may be go to two-way ANOVA, transform the outcome variables into the dependent variable box, and the factor variables also temperature and material type in the fixed factor you may be transform. Now go to the next slide. I think next slide I shown. Sorry, earlier slide. So analyze, go to analyze. This is the procedure. So click model. After this, you transfer the click model and select the full factorial. Full factorial means the factor, two factors. To get the main effect from the each. And then click continue, click on plot. That's already is there. And choose the temperature and horizontal axis and material in separate line also. So if you click the output will come. See this go. Next slide. Yeah, see this output. From the descriptive statistics, the table, in this table, it can be seen that overall the battery life decrease with higher operating temperature. Although the battery, so see this, go to the next slide. That is graphical I represent. Yeah, see the graph also. So temperature, and although the battery life remains high for material 3 at medium temperature. So the pattern moves obvious when looking the plot right side. So since the line representing the 3 material in the plot are not parallel, this implies there is an interaction effect between material and operating temperatures. See the material and operating temperature. The lines would be approximately parallel if there were no interaction. So how the battery life changes with temperature depends on the material, vice versa. So the ANOVA table gives value also, the p value. Go earlier slide. that gives the p-value is 0.02. See this, it is less than 0.05, and another one is 0.001, nearly 0, it means 000. Another one is the p-value is 0.019 for material operating temperature and material with temperature. So both material and temperature are needed, as well as their interaction, to explain the battery life. The nature of these differences can be explored further by looking at the SPS output from the postcard test also. These suggest that mean battery life overall is satisfactorily, it means statistically significantly longer for which material 3, then it means the value is p-value 0.001, and at lower compared to the high temperature levels. The battery life is lower when the temperature is higher. However, that the low operating temperatures material 2 appear to give a longer life than for material 2 and 3. This is explained in this two-way ANOVA. So from the result, it can be said there is strong evidence that the mean battery life varies with the material used and operating temperature. The presence of interaction between the material and the temperature means that the way battery life changes for different material depends on the temperature. Similarly, the way battery life changes for different temperature depends on the material. Overall, material 3 perform the best in this analysis. So mostly in the social science, they will never use the two-way ANOVA. They will just use the simple one-way ANOVA test. Like this, in the engineering or science department, they will always use this two-way ANOVA. Otherwise, you can test. You may also use social science. Also, we can use. For example, teachers. 2 type of teachers taking the class. This in different classes. They are going to class A, class B. 2 teacher is there teaching, and but the same syllabus, same one subject, same subject. You may be analyze. Here the 2 categories there. People, sorry, 2 or 3 people is there. Sorry, for 3 classes there. 3 teacher is there. Subject is same. They will conduct the performance maybe differs. For that, you will be test the two-way ANOVA. Whether it is based on the teachers with the class, the performance is based on these teachers with the particular class or not. You may be checked by this two-way ANOVA. So this is we have discussed in this session. Finally, I want to show the output, how to interpret the ANOVA result. It means we should know the one-way ANOVA. Mostly we will use one-way ANOVA. That I want to show. So I want to the Word document. I want to show the Word document. Dr. Prasothaman. So close this PPT presentation and open the Word document. Prasothaman?
Yes, sir. He's doing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. See this. So you all are the scholars or PhD scholars or the MPhil scholars or you may be you PG students also. You may be you doing the project work. So for this you may be confused how to interpret it, the ANOVA result. See this, I am showing this example. So here I showing the equal variance assumed and equal variance not assumed. How you will explain? See this, the headings analysis of variance for 3 educational group, 3 different type of educational group with respect to their financial literacy concerning national pension scheme. So the hypothesis is null hypothesis, there is no significant difference among the mean difference of financial literacy level of the respondent based on their education qualification. The alternative hypothesis, there is a significant difference is there in the mean financial literacy level among the different educational people. So this is alternate hypothesis. So test variables, see this, the test variables, the table. So the below table, table result. Yes, see this, stop. What is so here I showing the variables here I short. You at the time of getting the output, you will get so many tables separately. Descriptive statistics, homogeneity, ANOVA tables, etc. Here I took some important information from that all the tables. Here I showing the mean value, standard deviations. Based on the mean value, we will explain. So I took the number of the respondent for each category people and mean value, each category standard deviation we need, and the F value and the significant value, then result. I also the ANOVA result. This is ANOVA result. The ANOVA significant value in ANOVA table will pick up this information only. Based on the significant, we will accept alternate hypothesis. So go to the interpretation below. So, stop. So see this, since the significant value is 0.02, it is less than 0.05. P-value is less than 0.05. The alternate hypothesis is accepted. It means that there is a significant difference between education qualification and overall financial literacy level among the mean differences. Go to the next. See this is stop. So here we identified there is a significant difference is there. Then we go to the which groups were same difference, mean differences there. For that we should do 11's the homogeneity variance. Here this homogeneity variance is 0.380. Accept alternate hypothesis. So it means there is equal variance is there. So this, go to the next. So Duncan, see this. Duncan postcard value I have picked out. See this, here I have explained the Duncan postcard test reveals that the equal variance assumed because the value is 11's value is 0.388 something. So we accepted the null hypothesis. There is a equal variance is there. So here I choose the Duncan postcard. Based on Duncan postcard, we explain which groups are same and common, differs. So go to the table. Yeah, see, wait. See this homogeneous subset group I have selected. Schooling is differs from professional and graduate. The mean difference of financial literacy on school education responses differs from other means includes professional and graduate. So this comes separate group and others comes in second group. This information is enough to explain or to interpret your data. So go to the next page. Yeah, see the stop. These also going to analyze same test. Here we are going to analyze respect to the return from the NPS different employees. So see this here, go to this 11th significant value and table value. See, so the table value. Yeah, stop. See this here also significant is there. The ANOVA table significant is there. So accept alternate hypothesis. We conclude there is a significant difference among these different sector peoples with regards to their return. Go to the next table. This interpretation, how based on the interpretation, based on the p value, how we will interpret based. This is ANOVA result. ANOVA value, p value is like this. So go to next table. Yeah, stop. Here 11th test. The significant value is 0.01. So the equal variance is not altered or not assumed. Equal variation is not there. So we will go to the game score test. I showed the result of the game score test only. Which groups are differs from others? Game score test result. So the state, private, how? See this central government employees and private sectors, how it's see this state government employee, central government employee, central government respondent and private sector respondent. As the value is significant value is 0.000. So it is having different. They both having different, but central government and state government having same different. Same they have opinion. They have same opinion. They have same opinion with regards to the return, because the both government employees having more or less same return in this NPS scheme. But the private sector, private peoples, their pensions may be different compared to the central and state. So here central and state is same, but the central and private is differs, and state and private also differs. State government, private also is the differs. So go to the interpretation. So stop. So this as per the table, suppose the table game score test, because why we selected the game score, the significant level is less than. So not equal variance assumed. So here the central, there is no significant difference between central and state government respondent with regard to expected rate of return from NPS, and the private sector respondent expected rate of return is significantly different from central and state government respondent expected rate of return. By this, you may be explained. So now you may conclude how the ANOVA is useful. And the one-way ANOVA, mostly one-way ANOVA, two-way ANOVA is used. You may be also used. So I think you all are very clearly understood about this ANOVA. So if you have any doubt, you may ask, or if you have any queries. Otherwise, you may be, I already mentioned my mail ID and my mobile number also I have mentioned. You will be mail to me with regarding your doubt regarding these ANOVA tables. So my front page, my mail ID and contact numbers. Dr. Purushothaman, the participant may be note.
Yes, sir. Sir, you go on practical section, sir. Then
Yeah.
we will do.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I will share the SPSS.
Purushothaman, sir, kindly stop the present. Shar will.
Yes, I will share. So you may participant, you maybe note my mobile number and email ID. Now I am going to share the SPSS data for practical.
Sir, you can start to share the screen. sir.
Yeah, I am sharing, but the network issue is delaying. Wait.
Okay.
Sir, the screen is visible or not?
No, sir, you just click the right hand side share. Okay. Please click
Yeah.
the right hand side.
I
The
click,
share. Once you click the share screen.
Yeah, I already clicked.
So now it's visible, sir.
Okay. See this data. So now I am going to practical view. How to get output for ANOVA, one-way ANOVA. So go to analyze. Then go to compare mean. So based on the compare, we all are going to verify one-way ANOVA. Click one-way ANOVA. Then go to the awareness level, dependent variable list, track the living area in factor. Then go to, after this, go to postcard. So postcard, you may be select equal variance assumed anyone. Turkey's, here I have shown the Turkey's postcard test. Then if our data is equal variance not assumed, then I am selecting the game score test. Then continue, then go to option. So here for the descriptive, I already told descriptive, select descriptive statistic box, and this is most important, the homogeneity variance. Then you may be click the mean. So next you may be give continue. Then click OK. Then the output will come. Whether the output is showing or not. The output is visible or not?
No, sir. No, sir. Only we
Sir?
can see the data view.
I think output. Yeah.
I think you can minimize, then you can show.
No, yes, I should stop. Then I should share. Okay, wait. New slide. Sir, now it's visible or not?
No, sir.
Output.
Yeah, it's visible now. It's visible. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. The output will be complex. The statistics, the descriptive statistics, you may be take this information only. Mean, number of numbers, this information, this column and number n, how many respondent and mean values, standard errors, then minimum maximum is not necessary. So these the four column you must be pick, and this information next you must put these informations, these ANOVA informations. See this ANOVA information you will be attached with this information, mean and standard information. The ANOVA information you may take the sum of square also you can take, otherwise you can, it is important to F value and significant value. Second, the P values. The based on this you must be give interpretation. I already told you. Then sir, I am audible.
Yeah. Now it's audible, sir. Now it's audible.
Sorry for the disconnecting. I think network problem.
Yes,
so see this output. So first table and second, third table you can be merged. You not be show all the tables separately.
So sorry
and the
to
second table and third.
Sir, Professor Eranamis, sorry to interpret. So we can go through faster because due to time constraint, so we have to.
Yeah. Okay. So second table and third table you can merge. Then you can give interpretation based on these values. The significant value, you may be which groups were same or which groups were differs from other group. You may be like that. Explanation, interpretation I already shown. The homogeneous subset that you may be merged with this. So second table, fourth table, fifth table you may be merged. You may be pick what are the informations is necessary. That data you may be pick. You need not put all the information. You may not do show all the information. Main plot also it is, if you want, you can show, otherwise it is not necessary. But it is clear pictures about these tables. So are you understand? Students, participant?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So by this you may be get into output and you give interpretations. So I think you all are know very well, clearly understood about this ANOVA result. If you have any doubt, you may be asked.
So
By this,
shall we
I
go for
finish my
cooking section,
section.
sir?
yes, yes.
Yes, sir. You can stop screening, sir. Please.
Okay, I will.
Thank you, sir, for giving us a detailed understanding on how we can use ANOVA. And my dear participants, we move into the next segment of our program, which is a Q&A session. And I request our coordinator of the program, Dr. Durai Arasan, sir, to raise the questions posted in the chat box on behalf of participants.
Thank you, Tiana. So the questions from SD. What is the difference between one-way ANOVA on 2 groups and a t-test?
Yeah, is the two one-way ANOVA?
One-way ANOVA on 2 groups and a t-test.
One-way ANOVA and two group t-test.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, t-test only they will analyze only 2 group. For example, rural, urban, only 2 group is there. For that you are going to test. The 2 groups may be take different. They both are different. For that you will be analyzed in t-test. T-test only you can use 2 group of people or 2 groups in a single categorical variables. But ANOVA is if you have more than 2 group. For example, in education level, you will be asked different groups. First one is uneducation, literate, and school, PG degree, or professional. Here the 4 group people is there. Now you are going to analyze these 4 groups having same opinion or same attitude or same performance or same awareness level. For analyzing these, you must go to ANOVA. So if you have 2 group, you must use t-test. If you have more than 2 group, you must go to ANOVA, one-way ANOVA.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, yes.
The next question from Dr. Badusha. What is the difference between ANOVA and MANOVA?
ANOVA is the analysis of variance. Mono is variance, different variance, more than they significant difference in different sectors, different angles they will analyze. Their mean value, not only they will analyze the mean values, they will go to the standard deviation each by each in the group. They will analyze in MANOVA.
Sir,
ANOVA is different coefficient based on the coefficient variance. They will analyze.
thank you, sir. The next question
Yes.
from Professor Sophia. Kindly give any examples for dependent variable and independent variable.
Yeah, that also showed in examples. For examples, the in our slide in PPT also I showed the respondents' performance. Or for example, see this: you may be a student in a class. You have attended the test in mathematics. The score value is from 1 to, it may be 0 to 100. The students were 50 students is there. Now you are going to analyze in your class. There are 3 types of people is there. Rural people, rural student is there, semi urban people students is there, urban student is there. Now you are going to analyze whether all the group of students were same, their mean on their average score is same or not. It means the rural people's, rural students average score is, maybe the students under 10 students may be rural. The average is equal to the semi-urban, and it may be whether this average of the semi-urban students is average is equal to the urban students.
Thank you, sir.
So here the score is the dependent variable. The score is dependent variable. The type of student, living area is independent variable.
Thank you, sir. So the last question is, Professor Vijay Sujit, in research proposal hypothesis, there is a significant or there will be a significant, which one is best?
There is a significant.
So that is the best for.
Yeah, there will be a feature. So you should not use the features will, may, like this.
Oh.
This is result. Based on this result, we all are going to interpret. We all are going to conclude. So there is a. This is the appropriate word.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for your answering.
Thank you.
Tiana, now you take care.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Dear
you.
participants, the feedback link will be posted in the chat box at the end of every session, every day. And I request all the participants to kindly fill in the feedback form on a daily basis for all these 7 days. And at the end of the 7 days, you will receive your certificate. So don't forget to fill in the feedback form every day. Thank you. Be thankful for all the gifts you receive every day. And to express our gratitude, I welcome Dr. Muthukumara Vail, HOD of Commerce Corporate Secretariatship, to render the word of thanks.
Thank you, Tiana. Good evening to one and all present here. It gives me immense pleasure to propose vote of thanks on behalf of Postgraduate and Research Department of Commerce. First and foremost, I thank Almighty God for His blessing. My sincere gratitude to resource person, Dr. Enamus Anthony Sami, for his intellectual speech. Thank you, sir. My special thanks to our Director and Secretary, Reverend Brother Dr. Aurigiraj, Academic Director Dr. Fatima Basant, Principal Dr. Shajaj, Vice Principals Dr. Meena Shift 1, Dr. Arogya Mary Geeta Das Shift 2, Head of the Department Dr. Unica, for their constant support and guidance. My heartfelt wishes to Dr. Purushothaman for the introduction of our resource person and our PG representative, Mrs. Tiana, for her support. We thank our faculty coordinator, Dr. Durayarasan, and student coordinator for their valuable contribution. I extend my special thanks to all our faculty of Commerce Department, especially our Professor Vaidegi, for their tireless efforts. We thank all the participants for your response and active participation. Thank you. Thank you, Tiana.
Thank you, sir. Another fruitful day has come to an end. But we could only taste the harvest of the fruits only when we work on it. And let's not wait for the moment to practice, but pick it up right now and let's practice it. Saying this, we conclude today's program and we shall meet again tomorrow at 4 p.m. to learn a new topic. So until then, take care, be safe, and don't forget to SMS from the virus. This is Tiana signing off. Sayonara and God bless.